Okay, well, Will's going to give us a quick recap of where we're at in terms of building this website.
Yeah. So we've been building a character generation website for Arium, which is the tabletop role-playing game that my publishing company Adept Icarus put together, and wanted to have just something where people could come to a page and see a random character in the system. Any character, who knows how random or strange it may be, and it looks like it can be pretty strange. So that's good. So we put together some code that basically generates all these random statistics and also pulls from some random sets of words and displays those on the page in a very sort of generic way, which is good. And yeah, now we're ready to start making it look pretty, I guess. We want it to look
At least closer to on brand than
at least closer to on brand. Yeah, it should maybe have a logo. Should maybe, not be Times Roman or whatever this is, and things like that. Yeah.
yeah. So you showed us a comparable.
Yeah, can we go look at that one?
Yeah, you can look at it.
So
It's
yeah,
pretty.
this one goes a little bit farther than I think we want to go on colors and fonts, but
Yeah.
But it does have a custom font. It does have some layout to it.
it's a little bit responsive, at least the way it goes down to
Goes from 2-column to 1-column at some point. So we're moving in this direction today.
And we have some code. We don't have any CSS yet.
No.
I probably want some.
It's true, like zero CSS.
Yeah. I mean, other than what the browser supplies, I guess.
Sure.
Should we have some of that? That's a thing that you have with websites sometimes, huh?
I've heard that's a thing you do with websites. Yeah.
Interestingly, when I made my first website, that was not a thing you did with websites. You just did these weird attributes and tags.
Blink tags, man.
Yeah, blink tags.
Where it's at. Should we have a CSS file?
Yes.
What do you want to call it? Like, I'm not super creative.
Styles.css.
Yeah, styles.css.
Styles.css. Okay, I can do that. Well, we should probably include it in our HTML page. This is a thing that I don't do often enough, so I always forget how to do it. It's link. Oops, that did not help. The style sheet, and then I'm cheating. I have an off-screen cheat here.
Yeah,
because I don't do this enough to remember how to do it. There are two ways that I know how to make sure that this is actually loading. One, I can make a style and see if it gets applied, which I think we should also do. But then I can also go and look in the network tab of my developer tools and see, oh, hey, look, it downloaded styles.
Hey.
It's a pretty good sign that it actually got linked.
Yeah. What should we do next?
I feel like there's kind of two routes we could go. We can go kind of more the aesthetic part, we have a header image, we have a font that we want to use.
It would be easy to start with some of that, I suppose.
Yeah, or we can go more structure. Like, let's get the structure how we want it, and then layer on those other things. So I think that the image, I feel like, contributes to the structure a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So I think we can add the font if we kind of want to liberally apply a font.
Yeah, you could apply it to every, I don't know, every H2 or something if you wanted to, I suppose.
Do we just want the same font on everything? So we want it like on body?
No.
Okay.
I think the heading, some of the headings should have a separate font from the body text.
Okay. So let's get that font that Wolf supplied in there
We
and
could
linked.
do a global font and then do the cascade of the headings separately, right?
Yeah.
Are you
For
thinking?
the font that you had, do you want that to be like the global font, or do you just want that to be
Definitely
the
not. Yeah.
Okay, I haven't looked at it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess we'll see. We could make it the global font and then
You
see.
could. It could be fun. Why not? Yeah. You want to try it?
We can always change it.
It will make your eyes bleed.
Excellent.
okay.
Haven't had a good eye bleed in a while.
All right.
We have pretty good designers where I work right now.
Let's see. I have over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I have our font. I'm gonna go ahead and just put it in here.
Yeah.
And then this is also another thing I don't do very often. Does anybody remember how to do custom fonts?
Are you looking it up, Mike, or am I? I think it's font, probably. No, it's
Add font face.
This is in the CSS, right?
Yeah, and then you do font family with whatever name you want.
Oh yeah, font family.
Like it's their custom font name, so it's, well, I guess library 3.
Yeah.
And then source src : and then URL, and then a reference to that file.
I just do that.
Yeah, and then we need to just set it as the default font.
We'll go crazy.
Yeah, body. Yes.
Font family, and then you do the name.
Yep.
Like that.
I think you don't need the quotes, but we'll see.
Okay. Where did my page go?
Hey,
look.
Hey, that's a font.
That is definitely a font.
I think the body text could be something more Arial-ish, you know? Yeah. Or Helvetica or whatever the appropriate font family is.
I don't remember. I think Arial is the one that it falls back to if it can't do Helvetica or something.
Yeah.
If you just say, if you just say
sans serif.
Sans serif.
Then it'll get.
We could also pull in like Open Sans or one of the.
Yeah, we can pull in a Google custom.
Yeah.
Wait, how does that?
Oh, that didn't work.
No, that didn't work. Apparently, don't know how to do that. Oh, sans serif.
It's a hyphen.
Oh, was it a hyphen there?
I don't know. Try it like this first.
Okay. Now.
Okay. Try with the hyphen.
There's a hyphen. It might be lowercase too. I don't know. I don't know if case sensitivity on font names matters.
Well, it did pull in Arial. Yeah, sans serif might be lowercase. I don't know if it matters. That's interesting. And then it might also not have the hyphen. Who knows?
Okay, for this, for a minute, I'm going to do. Nope. He's around here somewhere. Oh well.
What if you just from? Oh.
Okay.
Each individual thing in the list needs to be its own
set of quotes.
String.
Yeah.
Oh, is it like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Updates happening in real time. Okay. There we go.
Okay, now something's happening. All right. Is that a reasonable like default font for the body?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's a little big, but we can work on that later.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're zoomed in too, right?
I think so.
Oh yeah.
I see a little.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Maybe just fine then. Okay. Yeah, that looks good.
We probably do want to set the actual font size just to.
We probably do
have some control over it, but.
Did you want to set the custom font, this library 3 font for some of the headers?
I think that would be great.
Do you want like all of them, just H2s? What? I can't remember what we have in our.
I think H2s.
Okay, so this one and this one are H1s, and then these
Yep.
are like this and this are H2s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll try H2s as that.
Ooh, look how cool that is.
Nice. Okay. What next?
We could bring in the image.
So we're
Okay.
thinking that's gonna replace the H1 at the top.
Part?
It will probably replace the first part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that actually, I think I changed that to the title of the page, and so I think it's fine. You could probably just replace that entire thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. You had 3 different images. I don't know if you can
Yeah.
actually see that one, but
Yeah.
it has a transparent background. Oh, let's see. That's white. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's probably, well, I don't know. I guess if we're gonna do,
We may have to adjust depending.
yeah, if we're for now, this one would probably look the best because we have a white background.
Yep.
Even though it's the hardest to see here. I don't know if you can even see it over Zoom or not.
Can
It's
kind of see it.
Let's see. This is
it reminds me of so we got a PS5 for Christmas, and like a lot of the games will have you calibrate the screen, and they'll be like, make it so that this thing barely like is one step above like you not being able to see it. And it's kind of
Yeah.
like that.
yeah. Here's I'm gonna make this big again for a minute. So we're thinking maybe getting rid of this.
Mm-hmm.
But why is I'm playing my Mac keyboard, which I'm not using right now, but I was using earlier today. Is it image source?
It is, yeah.
Wow, how did I get 6 double quotes? That seems like too many double quotes.
Magic.
Let's see, relative to index. This is just copy path. I
Relative
just want the
path.
name. Just want the
Yeah.
name. What I really want.
And then can we add some alt text for that? For
Yeah,
the accessibility?
that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
What would you like the alt text to be?
Arium generate logo. Black.
I don't think alt text really cares about case sensitivity, does it?
No.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Look, I did an image tag. Good for me.
Nice job.
Okay, and we don't want this at all anymore, right?
I
H1.
don't think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Is this a shippable moment? Should we commemorate this with a
with a commit?
commitment? Yeah.
I think so. If you like, you set up a build pipeline for this, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so if I commit this and push it, and it gets sent out to the public website that you created, you wouldn't be embarrassed, right?
No.
Okay, let's do it then.
Should we pull up the public website and
We sure could, yeah.
Oh, whoops. I don't know what I just did. I just did something weird.
like global zoom?
I
of some
did
sort.
put global zoom or something. Okay. Let's see. I have the public website somewhere. Where do I have that?
I just linked it to you.
Okay. I will go. If I can find my icons. Okay. So this is the public website. Let me go move my magnifier because I don't need that. I'm just gonna add everything. What do you want for a commit message? Initial styling stuff.
Yeah. Font and logo. I don't know.
Styling stuff. And logo. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how long that takes. The build and deploy pipeline takes. I assume it's just a deploy pipeline, really, because
Yeah. It looks like it's provisioning now, so we'll give it a second.
Nice. Do we want to watch it actually deploy? Make sure that it works in our production environment?
Can if you like. I would have to share probably to show that. Or I can tell you when it's done. I'm watching it. Provisioning is done. Building.
Ooh.
Right, so you did that all off camera. Like, did you use GitHub Actions? Did you use, I know you decided to deploy
No,
to AWS.
Yeah, I cheated a little bit. I used AWS Amplify, which I
Oh.
connected to the GitHub repo, and it just looks for updates to the main branch because I'm all about that trunk base, baby. And yeah, when there's a change, it pushes it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I haven't used Amplify
Yeah, no, I
before,
don't
so
It's very simple.
even
today
know.
I learned.
Yeah. But it does take a minute. It's not as fast as I would maybe like it to be.
Yeah.
Still building. I don't know what it's building, but it is building. So
Maybe
it
it's
says.
like, I don't know. Maybe it's pulling the code so it can zip it or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Should we keep waiting for it to verify it, or should we?
Maybe it'll take 2 more minutes. So let's do something else.
Okay.
I'll let you know when it's ready.
If-
Build is done.
Ooh.
Deploying.
Oh. Hey, look.
Hey.
Hey,
Ooh.
nice.
Okay. I think there is value in like making sure that because we are doing some new things for the first time, like having a styles.css and
And an image, yeah.
image, just
Mhm.
making sure that the way we're hosting those things in production, we're not doing weird mime type things or something crazy.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a very long name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So this is back to our local version. What would we like to do next?
Do you have an Adept Icarus logo that we could use?
I do have an Adept Icarus logo. Allow me to find that for you. One moment.
The thing I'm thinking is, I don't know if we want the name to be a different font than everything else.
The character name or the
the character name specifically.
Yeah, I'm wondering
like it
about
kind of
that.
stands out just because it's larger, but also like seems like it might be fun to have something different there.
I hear ya. It is actually a pretty darn big one. I'll think about my choices on that.
Okay, well, we can come back to that.
Okay. So do you want
How
to
about Will, if you want to peruse Google Fonts or something to find a new font for the name that might be appropriate?
What if we made the name smaller?
Made the name smaller.
Yeah. What if it wasn't an H1?
Just a P tag?
Yeah.
We could do that.
Make my code so it's here. Want a P? So just a P, it looks like that. But I mean, we could add some more styling to it if you wanted.
Yeah.
Some positional styling might be.
That might be interesting for that. So maybe let's leave it like that for now.
Okay.
We can move the by Adept Icarus thing maybe to the bottom of the page, and we can add like a copyright date or something with that eventually while we're at it.
And we'll put it down very bottom of the page.
Yeah.
And do you want the copyright in this P tag?
Sure.
Copyright, or it's usually capital C, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
We could do some colors. Could add some.
The other page we were looking at does different colors on refresh. I think we'd have to do that with some JavaScript stuff. We could set just single colors for now, if that works
We
for you.
could. Yeah, we can leave it white too.
Okay.
If we leave it like that, then probably our next step is to start thinking about the positioning and the layout. Yeah.
Probably. I think so. So currently this is all left aligned in a single column.
Mm-hmm.
Is there stuff that we want in like in rows or multiple columns or centered or
Yeah. So I think the name we would want centered.
the character name?
Mm-hmm.
With
Yeah,
the including the logo, like the logo centered and the name centered, or
yeah, with the logo. Yeah.
okay.
I think the logo, the name, and then up by the name, we might be able to move some things around a little bit. We could maybe move the total health and resistance onto the same line as the name.
Oh. Okay, let's try doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and put the name in a div.
Mm-hmm.
This is our first div. I was like,
It's our
we've
first
gotten
div.
away with no divs, and I think
Yeah.
now we're gonna div it up.
I think we are
That's
gonna
right.
div it up. So let's see. If I move these things, is it time to lose the emojis, or do you want to keep the emojis?
I think you can keep the emojis.
Okay, I'm going to.
You're gonna lose the unordered list.
We don't need it.
Yeah. I'm gonna put these. I'm just gonna put them in here as their own lines. They might need to be in their own divs. I'm not sure. Divs or P's or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna just go ahead and get rid of this. Oh, Mike's gonna get rid of that. Okay. Should we make a class? We haven't made any classes yet.
That could be fun.
Class is character info.
Yeah.
What's idiomatic for CSS class names? Shish kebab case, camel case, no case. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
We'll just make something up.
I think it's shish kebab.
Display flex. I'm gonna say like a flex direction row, maybe. Oh, but then these need to be
In P's.
a P off of that. And do they all go in the same? They do all go the same. Okay. We probably want something cooler looking. I don't know. Let's add like a gap. I don't know.
A gap would be nice.
Are you doing like pixels for now? We can do. That wasn't quite what I was thinking it was going to do. Expecting more of a gap than that.
Yeah.
Are the elements in there flex items? Like,
I might need to put like
might need to put the whole thing.
the whole each of these things in a span.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think my gap is doing what I really wanted it to do.
Do you want space? Wait, no, what is it?
I can do like ooh, I can do a justified content. I just do center. What does that do? Oh, that doesn't do anything on my whole div.
Well, justify content will. Oh man, sorry.
Justified content is with the flex direction, right?
Oh,
And
items are centered
items
along the line, meaning they should. But I'm guessing that the container isn't wide. The container is wrapped, like the div.
Yeah, it says that it is full
Oh,
width there.
it is. Maybe it doesn't like spans as
Maybe not. Let's go evil for a minute here. Let's div all the divs.
It is kind of like the first rule of CSS.
Yeah, oh, that puts them on their own lines. Okay.
Then wait, so then do we want, okay, so we have display flex.
On the containing div, yeah, we have display.
We have flex direction is row.
Oh, wait a minute. No, we don't have that. That's why it's not applying. Oh, because I did the wrong thing. This is character info, not class name. I was typing what it was, not what it was named. Hey, look,
There we go.
now CSS works the way that I think it does. Good for me. Now I want to see if I can change these back to spans. Does it matter? Do you care?
I don't care.
I mean, for consistency, I guess.
I don't think in our particular case here it matters, but oh, because I'm doing space around. That's why. Okay. So like if I did center, I don't know which we like better. If I do center, and then the gap is more meaningful.
Yes.
Any thoughts there, Will, our resident?
RP Belmont, not centered the other way.
I think we need an align items, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it because the
baseline? Baseline. I think that
probably the emoji are interfering with the line height.
Yeah, they're probably bumping a little bit. I don't know. Will, our primary stakeholder, how does that look?
It looks good. I think maybe just a touch more space, maybe double that much space.
Okay. If I find the 4 and 8.
That looks good.
Yeah. Okay. We might have to, as we get into more like responsive.
Yeah, we might have to shrink
stuff, that might not be the right thing. We might have to do like a percentage thing or something. But for now it works. For now it's okay.
Yeah.
Did you want the logo centered?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Should I put that in a div, or it feels weird saying make all images this way? I guess I could just put a class. Can I just put a class on the? No, probably not. Probably have to put it in div, huh? So I can box the div.
Yeah, my experience, I don't think you can put it on the image directly.
So yeah, I guess the question is, are we gonna do all of those types of things using Flexbox?
Good question.
I don't know. I like Flexbox, but because there are probably better options for some of the things, though.
I think there's some advantages in as much as like, like everything is consistently using the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Way of moving items around. Otherwise, you sometimes end up with weirdness where, something's absolute and something is, using media queries, and something else is
Yay.
like doing something with the viewport.
What's
Yeah.
the current thinking on if we wanted to add like some space in between those two elements? Would you add a padding or a margin here, or is that no longer
Yeah.
cool?
I you're asking the wrong person on whether or not it's cool.
Okay. Let's do a padding bottom then.
Padding bottom of. I'm just making stuff up here, so.
Sure, that looks great.
Do you want spacing after the character info too, or are we good?
What if we put like a border, like a bottom border?
Ooh, border bottom. Let's see if I can do that.
Yeah, just one pix. Black. Yep. For now, right?
Solid.
Yeah.
Do that.
Hey, looky.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if it makes more sense to let's take who are you, what defines your personality, how do you look, put those in their own divs and kind of wrap them with a border.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, on the, like a box on the, yeah, right there. That'd be good.
Let's see. So there.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's adding quite so many double quotes here, but
Oh, isn't there a double line instead of solid?
oh, maybe.
That might be interesting.
Border, one pix, black, solid. Border radius is a different thing, right?
Yep.
There is a double border style double.
Yeah, try double.
That?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Huh.
Oh, does it need to be more than 1 pixel?
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if I do 5 pixels then.
Oh, there we go. Let's add some padding to that guy, huh? Like maybe
Yeah.
10 pixels of padding or something.
I think we should add some margin too.
Yeah, probably.
Art margin of, I don't know. I'm making stuff up.
Yeah, we're making it all up.
Oh,
Hey,
I really wanted both those. I don't know. Do you want? Is that okay? For margin
Yeah.
padding for now.
I think it's a good start.
Okay. Do we do the same thing on the other two? Like,
So I wonder if those three could maybe all go in the same box.
we can see what that looks like.
Well, I was wondering if they each are in their own box and we use them as flex items so they can either on this one be 3 across or move to be 3 up and down. But this is your game, so
yeah, I kind of like them grouped together so that they're always just legible top to bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we could do the same thing with the attributes, although I do think we need to add some headers to go with those now.
Yeah, it does seem like it should have some header, some kind of header or something there, huh?
Yeah.
I'll put a. I'll put a div around this. Is it worth reusing this same class?
I think it might be. You might want to rename it though.
Yeah. What's a good name for that?
Box.
attribute container or character container,
Yeah, character grouping.
Yeah, sure.
Come over here and call this grouping. There's probably some viewer who's like, hey, if you just did this thing, you could rename it in the HTML and the CSS together, but we're just going old school. Yeah, I think some kind of header there would probably be good.
Mm-hmm.
An H2.
Yeah.
Um,
Call it primary attributes. Or,
primary. Do you want like primary attributes and then derived attributes?
yeah. Yep.
Like primary attributes and is derived the right term?
It is. Yep.
Okay.
Hey there.
Oops. All right.
What kind of fun things can you do with those unordered lists? With the second one, I mean, could you turn them into two columns?
I think if we put each like this in a div and this in a div, then we could flexbox, like we could flexbox row them.
And that, okay, interesting.
That way they
I
would
don't
sit
know
next to each other, and then we could have it would
we could change the flex direction when we get too narrow to column row.
Right. But yeah, you could have mind, body, spirit, heart, 2 columns, and you could do the same with the derived, which would be interesting. How would you keep them like same distance apart though, where the lines are? Could you do that? Does the flex box allow?
So you're thinking having the mind and body in one column and spirit and heart in another column?
Mm-hmm.
And
then the stamina, awareness, willpower in one, defense, personality, offense in another.
Oh, gotcha. I don't know how to do that.
Okay. I think this is fine then.
Well, they'd just be 2 lists, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess if you did it as 2 lists, you could do that.
Sure.
And there's no real reason for them to be in a list per se.
Right.
You just did that for convenience at the beginning.
But I'm thinking like maybe these go, so bigger picture, right? I'm looking at the first section up above. Who are you? What defines your personality? How you look? Could be half of the screen, and then the primary and derived attributes the other half to the right of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Instead of putting primary and derived right next to each other in 2 columns, like big columns, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to issue a time check.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Yes.
we're about time, huh? What do we want to do in our remaining time? Do we want to play with some layout here? Do we want to do retro stuff as part of our recording, or
we could do that?
I
think
in the spirit of wanting to get, sorry.
I was just going to say, I think we have enough here that we could do a little bit off screen that is going to be kind of rote compared to what's already done.
Yeah, that's fine. I'd like to get to a spot where we can commit.
I think you can commit this.
Is this committable and pushable?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. What's a good commit message? More styling stuff?
More awesomeness.
More awesomeness. And do an exclamation mark. Okay.
Very cool.
Okay. So like just as a wrap up, we added Flexbox stuff, which is built into CSS now, which is really nice. It's not I actually had my kids over the break do some Flexbox Froggy stuff, which they thought was kind of fun.
Oh, cool.
And, give them some experience doing some CSS layout stuff that
I hadn't actually used Flexbox. This is very cool.
I mean, it's one of those things when it came out, you're like, oh my word, why did it take them so long to do this? Like, I've done so many dumb CSS tricks to get some of the layouts that you just go center.
Yep.
Baseline.
I've done a lot of that.
Yeah.
It's that align the items baseline that's like always been the bane of everything.
Well, what if I just add 3 pixels to the top of this one thing instead?
And then everything goes all over the place. And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Anyway. So it's pretty nice. And we added logo. So we linked a image, we linked a CSS file, pulled in a font. A lot of fairly standard CSS things, but stuff that a lot of times you don't do because it's already done for you. So any wrap up comments?
I think it's cool. I like it.
Yeah. I think to your point, Mike, it is one of those things that I at least anyway don't do a lot. And so it's like, oh wait, how do you add a CSS file? How do you do this?
It's now deployed too.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get better at that kind of stuff, you can, oh hey, look, it is deployed. Yay. Like you can practice it, but also if you don't care that much, you can just go look it up. If it's not worth keeping in your head, Google knows too. So depending on your situation, one of those, like practicing it more so you can remember it might be good, or getting really good at Googling can also be a good option.
Yeah, there are a lot of good resources out there for a lot of this stuff.
Yep.
Okay, well, I think that's going to be it.